The dynamic jazz ensemble, the Sun Quintet, was born out of the vibrant musical community at Stellenbosch University. So this ensemble is a testament to the rich cultural and musical diversity comprising of 5 talented musicians. And the quintet has captivated audiences with the innovative sound and dedication to authenticity. Well, the jazz outfit is currently in Johannesburg and will be performing in various venues, performing music from their current album. It's called Embrace the Path. And so to tell us a little bit more this morning, we're joined by trombonist Aubrey Matsila and drummer Stuart Martin. Good morning to the both of you. Thanks for making time to be here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
I know sleep was minimal at this point, but it's the excitement, the energy, the offering. Talk to us about the ensemble, how that came to be for you, and the magic that you've managed to produce thus far.
Okay, yeah, so basically we started in December of 2022.
Yeah.
And how we formed is that the pianist, Melissa Zoplaki, is the first jazz student at the conserve. And we basically supported him for his exam. And then after his exam, we played the Music and Dawa Festival, where we decided, guys, we actually have something going here, got a good sound, let's form a band. And yeah, from there we called it the Sun Quintet.
So talk to us about that ensemble, what it comprises of, and how you complement each other.
So a quintet means 5 players,
Yes.
right? Of course. So at the moment we are drum set, piano, bass, trombone and saxophone. And it's funny that we ended up with this ensemble because we just found that it blended so well for what we needed to express through the music.
Sure.
So, you know, it just happened because the 5 of us kind of just had a synergy that worked very well.
And speaking about the synergy that works, I mean, you obviously have to look at the dent or the contribution that you made to the jazz scene as well. This is part of our heritage. This is part of, our history. But you're obviously younger, so you're this next incoming generation adding to that. What do you think that's also done for the music scene at large? Yeah,
true, definitely. I mean, there's this perception that jazz is mainly for older people.
Exactly.
But yeah, what we're trying to do is exactly that, impacting through our music as the youth, and also getting more youth to listen to jazz. So yeah, that's basically how we want to get into the scene as young people, bringing this new sound based on its South African jazz roots, but still building it with our youth approach. And
Who would have been some of your inspirational people, but also then carving out your own unique sound, right? That's the offering.
Yeah, I mean, you'll hear from our music that you can hear the South African roots in the music. So people like Jonas Gwangwa, Hugh Masekela, South African legends that have influenced our music greatly. And I mean, even Afrika Mkhize, and we take influence from bands like Banz Ooster and the Rainmakers, or Mthunzi Mvubu. So yeah, all these South African legends, great South African musicians that influence our sound, and we just put our own approach to it and evolve it.
How different are the audiences that you perform to? You're at the University of Stellenbosch, but you're obviously touring countrywide, currently in Johannesburg. What's that experience been for you guys?
Sure. So it's actually insanely diverse, actually, now that we think about it.
Yes.
No one's actually asked me that question before, but, you know, we come from Stellenbosch University, which is very, it's classically focused, of course, in music-wise. So we've played for a very... an audience that doesn't really know the style of music that well, but we like their first exposure to it. So, and it's interesting for us because we improvise and we kind of adapt. We kind of read the crowd and we say, okay, they like this, let's play more of this. Or they don't like this, let's see if we can move on. And obviously coming up to Joburg now, me being from the Western Cape, it's been so different, but the reception always has been phenomenal. And, you know, we thank every gig, we thank all the people who just supported the album and received the album so well. Even up here in Joburg, we have crowds and we have people, and they're just so enjoying themselves. So we thank you to everyone.
Well, I mean, the magic is in the improvisation with jazz. And perhaps as we look at, your time, scheduling, how you guys manage all of that whilst life is happening. Talk to us about that process behind the scenes.
No, it's been quite intense because, so I'm the one from Joburg in the band. So I was basically trying to organize the venues, so they're staying over at my house. It's been crazy.
Wow.
But it's been a great experience, having the guys this side and just them experiencing the Joburg jazz scene. And it's been really lovely having the Sun Quintet in Joburg. So hopefully we can continue, maybe go to Durban, Eastern Cape, overseas. So
And I mean, these happen well into the early hours of the morning, right? That's what the scene looks like. So thank you as well for making time to be here. Your messaging as well that you want to convey. Talk to us about that storytelling process as well.
Yeah. So it also ties into what the album actually means.
Exactly.
we fully understand that we are young people, but you know, how this came about is just by understanding that we're young and we're doing operating in a very tough industry, so we need to take every opportunity that comes our way. So, and I think that was how we got the first thing, and then that's how we got the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing, and then just making use of all of that. And I think that's the message that we want to portray to especially younger people, and also our peers, because we are the youth, right?
Yeah.
But just to, if there's an opportunity coming up, take it with both hands, and then the next thing will come. And do well at the first one, make use of every opportunity, and then the next thing will come, you know? So that's pretty much our message and how we came about.
So what, you climb the staircase by putting one foot in front of the other, embrace the path, or what does it mean for you?
So embrace the path is basically us coming from different backgrounds, and also you see the diversity in the band racially. It's what we strive to portray as a band, that we've come together from these different backgrounds, different way of growing up, and what brings us together is that music factor, that even though we've come from different places and different music that we listen to, this music that we play is what connects us as musicians, as people, as South Africans. So yeah, that's what Embrace the Path.
I mean, you can't speak for the entire band, but just your own personal journeys. I mean, you spoke about who your influences are, but what's your earliest memory of music? Where would that penny have dropped and you realized this is the path I'm pursuing?
Okay, for me, it came a bit later in my music career, because I did the classical piano thing, and I didn't enjoy myself that much. But the first thing that was really a big eye-opener was attending the Makanda National Youth Jazz Festival, because they're the best musicians in the country come and they just blow your mind for a week straight. And that was the penny drop moment for me.
What about you?
For me, well, music has always been in the family. My uncle was also in music, so it's just, and my dad was also on radio, so just growing up in that environment. And also in high school, I started at Parktown Boys, so I was in the Parktown Boys band, and from there, I was like, I just have to take this further, can't stop. So yeah, it's been a great journey.
Well, it doesn't stop. You guys are performing in just a moment. Thank you for your time and for sharing your story, and we're wishing you all the best of luck on your future endeavors. Good luck with your performances as well.
Thank you so much.